Universal kicks off their second go-around at the cinematic universe thing everyone is doing these days with The Mummy, the first film in their aptly dubbed Dark Universe franchise, which looks to reinvent the classic Universal monsters like Dracula, the Mummy, and the Wolfman for modern audiences. The Mummy sees Tom Cruise's Nathan Drake-esque character Nick Morton, along with Jake Johnson and Annabelle Wallis, discover the tomb of Sophie Botella's Princess Amonette, an ancient evil who was imprisoned thousands of years ago. Freeing the princess's sarcophagus proves deadly as Nick is cursed to become the princess's chosen one, used to give the Egyptian god Set a physical body and bring death to the world. To combat this threat, we are introduced to Russell Crowe's Henry Jekyll, a new take on the classic Jekyll and Hyde monster. Jekyll runs a SHIELD-type organization that combats the evils of the ancient world and suppresses them from ever returning. Think Hellboy's BPRD. Overall, this movie is just an okay action-adventure movie. It's some pretty neat set pieces, and Tom Cruise's charisma and almost superhuman ability he has to get along with any of his castmates kinda saves the film from a rather weak villain. Apart from the neat set pieces, the movie has just enough world building that it left me wanting a little bit more and wanting to see where this will go. The only problem I really had with that was just when it was starting to dive full into this whole dark universe sort of thing, they pulled back, and they pulled back hard. This could either be from them wanting to obviously save stuff for the other films, or since it's still a very early franchise and a very early cinematic universe, they might want to have left it vague because things might change in future films. Either way, I was left wanting a little bit more in terms of their whole world building. The villain, as I said before, was pretty bland, and according to the director, the Mummy was actually changed from a male to a female due to X-Men Apocalypse having sort of a similar thing going for it, which I understand why they changed it and everything, but for it to be released now and not when X-Men Apocalypse was in theaters, which is going on over a year now, so I don't see why they would have thought there would have been similarities or anything, and especially with X-Men Apocalypse, which that film was immediately forgot about. It's a shame as well because the villain is kind of underused and only kind of used in a way that sort of sets up Tom Cruise's character for the future and for future films, and it's a real shame because Sophie Botella is a pretty decent actress. When she's given good material, she's really great, and it's really a shame that she was kind of wasted here. At the end of the day, The Mummy is a pretty generic big blockbuster action adventure film with a little bit of horror thrown in. The only thing that really saves it in some places is Tom Cruise's charm and energy he always brings to his films. I'm going to give The Mummy a 6 out of 10. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you'll check out my other reviews of comics out this week. You can also catch myself and Joel from Cape Joel in our weekly podcasts, Cape TV and the Comic Multiverse, over on his channel, the Weekly Pool Archive channel, and on SoundCloud. Links to them can be found in the description below. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and if you're feeling a touch generous, I have a cyber tip jar set up. Just follow the links below, and until next time, I am Matt of the Fortress of Solitude, and I will see you in another video.